This video is about the wordplay around lynching and development, what it really means to be mature, wise, etc. If you think that I could be wrong for any reason, after you finish this video, I suggest you start again and listen carefully and focus, as people, especially in the West, have great difficulty focusing. And it has everything to do with intelligence, wisdom, maturity, and bravery. Lynch, L-Y-N-C, right? It is what Lord you serve. This goes back to feudal Europe and before to Sumeria, the Sumerians. This goes back before that to the African foundation of Sumer. C and yell backwards. Lay and see. Lunch. Now this is key. Lunch, right? This has everything to do with drugging people. The real reason for the name Crip Gang is to cripple the black community by getting rid of their heroes, right? The Crips rose after the Panthers went down, and the Panthers were the idea of covering up the true idea of the leopard. This is also why we have Puma shoes. This is another variation of the leopard that is more effeminate and perhaps English and German and this certain type of skinny European. The reason why there is the crane style in the 5 animal styles for Kung Fu. 5 being the number for people. Think 5-pointed star and your hand. Right? So they poison, right? They fume. That's why someone who doesn't have asthma like me was prescribed asthma inhalers, okay? The eye problems and the allergies associated with it. The reason why I'm wearing these glasses right now, okay? These are not in my head. These things aren't in my head. They were prescribed by physicians, more than one. We are talking about 4 or 5 physicians that are in agreement that these problems are not in my head, and I have 17 witnesses to the harassment against me, but it has everything to do with lynch, poisoning, APEP, the Grand Dragon, lunch, right? The Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan, the Grand Wizard, old, cold, see old, the old person's vision martial arts. There's so many reasons I'm right, and so many companies and cultural movements that are made with names and symbols that prove that I'm right. Okay, even the gangs in themselves, they're symbols, right? The crip, how you see things. Cripple, who's being crippled? Okay, so launch, right? To take off. If you follow Horus or you're an angel that works the angles in truth, you are said to have wings that traverse the spiritual realm. Cursed is he who is hung from a tree, right? They're sending you off because in this world, by the devil, you are cursed. By Baal and the bull in the worldly form. Lie and see, right? L-Y-N-C, lynch. Lie and see, okay? Lie and shh, because the C can become an H. Excuse me, the C can become an S. Lie and shh. This is why you see secret societies people, they're saying, look, we know the black martial artist, the tall, Narmer-like black martial artist is the alpha male, and that women are naturally attracted to him, okay? The deal with the devil, lead, laid, deal, okay? Lie and shh, right? Secret society, crow lay, not falcon. Are we clear? This is why, this is the secret. Secrete, to secrete, right? Semen, secret, right? Society, sow, to sow your seed. Social norms. Verdict, vir dick is in the word. Vir de si, vi ar dick, our dick, right? Vi ar dick. Ka or ki, draw down, going backwards. Remember the T is the feminine suffix. Look up bat. Okay. Kid rave. Okay, backwards, right? Kid ray down. The V can also be an arrow pointing down as the alpha is pointing up. He's only an alpha because he's consistent with the truth of God with no ill-gotten gains. Remember, the ICE words also prove my point. Immigration and customs. customs, right? Cultural norms, customs enforcement, ICE, police, practice, malice, polis, cult center, policy, cowardice, dice, price, mice, twice, slice, right? Roll the dice, play the game, the price you pay, mice of mice and men, rats, right? Snitches, okay? Twice, slice, thin ice. Who is this real snitch? Is the one who snitches on the hero, not the one who snitches on the people working with the government. That's stupid. Thin ice, figure skating, figure it out, chill pill. Why? So you can be more like the white person. And there's all kinds of wordplay with Depakote and the antidepressants and all these common pills. Just do it yourself. Interchangeable vowels, forward and backward. Use the formula I've given you. Select, right? Sell, etc. So now let's talk about why it is cowardly and immature and people never grew up. Right? You're having sex with children, whether it's male, females, or kids, if they're outside the divine order. Listen very carefully if you doubt that. They're basically saying, find your life, which is a life of a cowardly child sex slave, which has everything to do with the war on terror. ISIS, right? The goddess of love. They're taking sex slaves. They're not the only ones. Look up human trafficking. Look up pimping. Look up the porn industry. Porn industry backwards is on or in or n for Lord in Sumerian. Rope or rape backwards. Porno. Okay? These guys are saying only they can rape people, and they define the law and the wall and who is fenced in. The H is the symbol, literally, of the fence. Look at it. The capital H. So grace, maturity, courage, core, corazon, soul, sun, heart, wisdom, and development. The true difference between a child and a man is true courage. Brave, be, ra, vi. It's right there in the word, almost letter for letter. Be, ra, vi. Brave. The difference between bravery and being bold, okay, which can be stupid. Junior high mentalities dominate society. If they are educated, they are an adult whiz child because they're not courageous. Okay? Now think about it. Cold, going back to the ice words. See, old. It's right there in the word. Kid and kidding. Child, remember the H is the fence, it can be removed, is the C of the old. It's like an immature old titty flapping in the wind man, or Mr. Nelson for Dennis the Menace. There's countless examples. Scrooge McDuck. These are old, sniveling cowards. Pitiful indeed. Think of sensibility. Pitiful. I sense it. I know it. No one knows it better than I do. No one emerges like I do. They made a deal with the devil. They can't possibly be the top martial arts in the true spirit of the Creator. They made a deal with this world and the deity and the idea of serving the world. Lead, laid, right? Lead backwards is deal. Devil, D for dick, evil. So they can find their life, reproduce, fertility, reproduction, eugenics, social Darwinism, social engineering, social development, scientific racism, biodemography, demographics, rates and frequencies, coordination and coordinates of body parts, way of what? Individual body parts, including hands and feet, etc. The main example of a coward is an intelligent, informed old man that refuses to do the right thing. This guy is the continuity of cowardice. If you're like 100 years old and you know many things, you're a coward. These are the types of people that drugged me until I said I made mistakes. And at times, I wanted to veer down their path because I was so drugged up. And on drugs and otherwise, covertly and otherwise, I said things like, I've memorized every word in the Bible. Of course I didn't. But of course you know that they are sabotaging me to confuse you about the fact that I am the son of 2 doctors. I am the only martial artist that emerged, and so help me God, on ancestors, on my soul, let me burn in hell if I'm lying. I would kill them naturally, so fast in combat. I would deliver that blow that would kill them. It is pathetic to think that I'm not the top martial artist when these cowards let Harry Potter looking pussies lead them. There's no debate. I'm not going to entertain that idea anymore. Again, truly, this old foggy, F word, E, is immature. Now, what is perfect? Poor fact. Fact. Perfect form, you less than martial artists who call yourselves martial artists, is pouring the facts, not illusion. This is not up for debate, you sniveling weaklings. Par, faux, si. When your foes start ganging up on you, like the Ku Klux Klan that drugs your lunch so they can cripple you and then beat you up because they can't take you on toe-to-toe, and they can't even take you on as a group without drugging you. Just like these bitches that drug me. Fucking cowards. Think about the type of sniveling worms I'm talking about. I think about the foolish women that date them and not me. How cowardly is that? These people together aren't half the man. They're not a toenail on my foot compared to me. They deal in con for contrast, not truth. I am perfect. I deal in fact. Unless I'm being drugged by bitches fucking 8 years ago saying putting extras on some insignificant shit that doesn't change my key points. Are we clear? Pair, F for fuck, A, C. If you want to be a perfect woman, what do? If you're going for perfect, what do? You go for me. Not for some sniveling worm that the falcon could eat quickly and easily. That's why they drug him. Par, face. You can tell by the face who is shady and who isn't. Am I going to be nice and friendly and Moon Temple bitch with these sniveling dogs? When a dog bites you, do you make a happy face? If you're being bit by snakes, jackals, hippos, dogs, boars, pigs, and assorted filth every day, your face reflects the grace of truth and seriousness and righteous, righteous indignation. One can see that they are shady, right? The E words in their face. Their coward ice. They've chosen the perspective of the people that fled the motherland and chose to embrace a new culture and live based on illusion. I'm part white. I'm not racist. This is the facts. My mom, to some degree, went back to the truth. Religion, rejoin, reconnect. Where do you have to go through? To retrace your steps back to Africa, to the alpha of Africa. That's part of why it starts with an A. Of Ra Ka. Biafra. Be of Ra. Their ideal man is a sick, shady, old, rich, privileged, family-affiliated, evil coward. Again, I've proven definitively that all Western cultures are evil. Why aren't they talking about the wordplay? Why aren't the skaters, the surfers? No one has an excuse. I don't care what your culture is. The wordplay testifies it. This is your language, your culture. We talk about slavery and this, and this. You know, to some degree, people are even starting to talk about eugenics, now that it's encompassing more races. But you won't talk about the wordplay and the language you use every day that definitively shows that you're evil. Why isn't this brought up? Why isn't this explained? Why is this left alone? This is an elephant in the room. This is the magic spell. This is the illusion, the psychological construct, the propaganda, the media bullshit times a trillion. Why isn't it brought up? Your very words reflect rape culture. The tone that you use reflects a cowardice and a refusal to address this culture, this complex, intricate web of lies that is referring to ideas that are in your face. When a man with God's grace and intensity is flowing through society in the true sun spirit, pure masculine spirit of Haro, Aries, Har, Where, Air, War. Horus the elder, son of Ra. Horus the Ra-dor, not the old man. Not Moses as an old man, not Jesus reflecting the traits of an old man, but the true intensity of martial arts. From Africa, Igbo, Obi, King, Heart, Hut, Temple, Belt. How's he built? He's forged with the Spirit of God, with no ill-gotten gains, none. How can you miss that I'm right about this? The development, grace, maturity, courage, wisdom, and development and the Lynch words. Thank you.